How do you keep track of your business expenses as a house cleaner? We're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question and I get to help you find an answer. Now over at savvycleaner.com, who is our sponsor of the day, we have a whole outlay of different things that you might need as a business owner to run your house cleaning business. So savvycleaner.com. All right, on to today's show, which is from a house cleaner who has this question.
Hi, Angela. My name is Maria. And first of all, I want to thank you for wonderful videos and amazing advices you have been giving to us. I've been in business for 2 years, and over the course of last year, my business quadrupled, but so is my expenses. And my question is, what is the best way to keep track of your business expenses? Thank you so much.
All right, Maria, congratulations on your business and that it has amazing growth. The answer to your question is this. I need for you to create a system that is simple and organized. That's it. It doesn't have to be fancy and it doesn't have to be expensive. Now, the fact that you're asking this question suggests that there is no system in place. So I want to share with you the system that I've used for 25 years. It works really well for me. It's super simple. It's actually pretty clunky when you consider all of the software and the things that are available on the market today. But this works for me and it does everything I need it to do. All right, so the very first thing that I have is Quicken. It's a piece of software that I have on my computer and it integrates with all of my credit cards and my bank account. So when a customer pays, it takes one time entry for me to train that entry that when money comes in from Karen Barnes, that it automatically goes into as a house cleaning expense. So every time I get money from that particular account, it shows up in my Quicken software as a house cleaning money coming in. Every time my gas bill comes in, it shows up as a gas bill. Every time my internet comes in, and you train all of the different money coming in and all of the different bills going out so that as you have different entries that come in, that it syncs all of those automatically so that you're not doing all of that manually. Okay, so at the end of the year, when you go to use your TurboTax, which is another piece of software that I highly recommend, and because it changes every year and the tax laws change, I also recommend that you get the updated version of that every year. Well, Quicken and TurboTax sync really nicely. And so when I go to do my TurboTax, it automatically imports everything from my Quicken. And Quicken automatically imports everything from my bank account, from my PayPal account, from my credit cards, all the different accounts that I have. It sucks everything in and it categorizes and organizes them. So it's super, super easy. Now, how you keep track of all the hard copy stuff. We're trying to go to a paperless office, but we still live in a world where people send you bills or clients or employees will bring receipts to you for reimbursement. Now the reimbursement from the clients might be if you broke something and you had to replace it. So now you have a receipt that offsets that expense. It shows where that money went. And then also if you have an employee that had to go buy something special and they turn in a receipt for reimbursements, you have a hard copy of that as well. So my system, and this is the clunky part, I just use 10 by 13 envelopes and a magic marker. And my system is I open the envelope, I pull up the flap, and I just write on the very top of the thing, whatever it is that I'm working on. And then I alphabetize it inside a milk crate. So it looks like this. This is my whole system. This is it. So it's all alphabetized. And as bills come in, or as credit cards statement comes in, or as you have employees that bring you reimbursements, they all get filed automatically in this particular milk case with the standing up envelopes. That's it. It's a really super simple system. And then at the end of the year, I take a banker's box and I just grab all of the folders and they all just fit inside like this, which is pretty amazing. And then I file them on a shelf. I have a special shelf in a closet where I file. You'll see that this was 2006 taxes and this is 2016. So how that works is I save the banker's box with all of the tax records. It's just a big stack of envelopes like this that go sideways in the box after they've all been entered at the end of the year. If there's any reconciliation, if I have to go back and look at anything, if I need anything for any reason, it's inside these folders and we keep these on hand for 10 years. Now, the reason I do that is this. There are years that we have like a warranty, for example, that we need to find. Where's that warranty? Oh, it's in that particular file for the year that we purchased that item. So we keep all of our warranties, we keep all of our employment records. I keep everything in this one system. And so if somebody gets fired or somebody has a complaint or something, I can go back and I can pull up their records, and they're all in those banker boxes and they're all on file, and I can go back 10 years. At the end of the 10 years, I pull everything out and I shred it, and I turn the box around and I write a new number on it, and I start the new taxes for that year. So I actually recycle everything. So it's a really great way to keep everything in one spot. And it takes up as much space as a milk crate and a banker's box. That's it. That's my whole filing system. I don't even have a fancy filing cabinet. And then the rest of everything is online using Quicken and TurboTax. That's it. That's my system. Now, there are other programs on the market that integrate with fancy software and stuff like that. That you may want to check out. I'm not as familiar with those because I haven't used those. But I have used the Quicken for as many years as I can remember. And what I do know is this. It allows you to run category reports so that you can see everything that you've spent as far as cleaning supplies and detergents and gas for the car. You can break down all of your vehicular expenses, and you program everything to where it goes on your Schedule C. So when you go to get a tax return at the end of the year, if you have money coming back, all of your expenses are already broken down. And when you make your car payment, it automatically goes into that spot so that at the end of the year when you import into TurboTax, it just brings everything in and it throws it exactly where it needs to be and on what lines. So it really reduces the stress of the tax season, and it also allows you to keep track of the money coming in and the money going out. And then my system, I guess there's one more system I have. Right beside the seat of my car, I have a little packet that, like you would put coupons in, and I put all of my receipts that are out and about inside there. So if I make a bank deposit or if I put gas in my car, I put all the receipts right in there. And then those I file and they go inside this manila envelope filing system. And I do my accounting every Sunday morning. It takes about 15 minutes. And I sit down and I just double check everything, that everything went into the right category. Sometimes it doesn't because I didn't train it properly. I got to go back and retrain that entry. And then I got to make sure that all the bills got paid and that the payroll checks cleared and all those things. So it takes about 15 minutes, but that's it. 15 minutes a week to do your accounting. And then everything is filed, it's organized, you know exactly where it is, and it doesn't pile up. You don't have bills sitting on the cupboard. You don't have bills in one room, bills in another room. It doesn't get out of hand and it doesn't get overwhelming. But if your business is growing really fast, you need some kind of a really simple system that works for you. We've always been a fairly small company. We haven't had thousands of employees. And if you do have thousands of employees, you're going to need a different system. But if you're a small company and you just have a few employees, or even if you work by yourself, this is a system that works. It's proven. I've used it for years. It keeps everything tidy and organized, and I know exactly what money is coming in and what money is going out. So it just makes it really, really easy to maneuver. So I would recommend that you create some sort of a system. Like I say, my system's super cheap. You're just going to invest in some envelopes and a magic marker and a milk crate. And the 2 pieces of software, Quicken and TurboTax. All right, that's my 2 cents for today. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.